Hi, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. So, today is going to be kind of a double feature as far as all the Chantal stuff. She did a video where she went walking on the beach, and that's 11 minutes long. And while I was in the process of getting some laundry done and house cleaning, she just posted another video called Four-Course Keto Low Carb Meal. So, we're back to the diet meals. We're back to the pre-prepared meals that she had absolutely no success with. As a matter of fact, she did a video during that time period where she was dressed in the floral abaya where she confessed that because of the diet meals not satisfying her, that she ended up having a really awful bee moment. But we're back to those meals again because Foodie is under some kind of delusion that she thinks that just changing the diet plan is going to work, that she's someone that she's got an extreme problem with food. She's not going to therapy. She's not talking to anybody. She's not an inpatient or outpatient for that. So she's leaving out a big part of the problem. But Foodie's under the impression that I can do this, I can do this, I can fix myself. Foodie, if you were capable of fixing yourself, you would have done it long ago. But let's be real, okay? Let's be really real. Your issues are way over your head, way over. That's why you need to seek professional help. And for those who are watching this thinking, Rose, you're being entirely too nice to Foodie. I'm not being nice to Foodie. I'm just speaking the truth. She needs help, but she's not going to get help. She doesn't want help. She wants to monetize all of her issues and all of her problems, and she only wants to go so far as to talk about them and make money on them, but she doesn't want to heal what's wrong. And no, I don't have sympathy for somebody who actively neglects their pets. Not just Sam and BBJ, but now she's repeating the cycle with Julia and Harry. So no sympathy for the devil. None. But I will be making my observations about what's going on nevertheless. So before we get into the two features, the two videos, let's hop on over to Twitter and see what the good people on Twitter have to say, because the people have been sharing their thoughts and opinions and even some video clips from the past which are relevant. So where are we at right now? I'm doing all this on one screen, so I got to make sure I am where I think I am. All right, cool. We are there. Great. Okay, so this is courtesy of Witch of Machines saying, I was told by who? What doctor could have possibly let Foodie leave their office with a, well, maybe just try to eat a little less and move more as a regimen for curing this level of diabetes? She saw no doctor. I don't believe it at all. Well, being that she's a diabetic, as I understand it, as you good people that are in my comment sections and my subscribers, you guys have informed me that diabetics, they take medication, and there's one I believe is called, is it metaflorin? If I'm mispronouncing it, please excuse me. I am so sorry. But she would have to take that for the rest of her life. She needs medication on top of, cutting down her portion sizes and being healthier. She needs medication and she needs possibly insulin. So what doctor would let Foodie walk out of a doctor's office with readings that high? Absolutely none, because that's getting into dangerous levels. So you've been to a doctor, did you, Foodie? Okay. Where are your medications then? Where are the medications that you're supposed to be taking? Because only a doctor can prescribe those things to you. You can't go to a drugstore and just pick them up over the counter. If you went to a doctor, where are the medications? We have yet to see them. So there's a picture of her reading, her A1C reading. That's dangerously high. But if she doesn't care about her health, then I don't care. I'm just here to report on the news. Okay, Christy says, who the heck still keeps the plastic on the seats of the cars? Isn't that just really bizarre? Yeah, it is. What deal do they have with this company or agency, as Salah said? Is Foodie that disgusting that regular car covers don't cut it? Pardon me. That was just spam on my phone. We're going to keep moving, and I'm going to cut off my phone because I don't want that ringing during my react. Goodbye. You can wait. But going back to Foodie and that subject, Yeah, I think it's weird that they still have the plastic on the bottom of the seats and the top of the seats. For what reason is that there? If that car belongs to Salah, why not just put car covers down? Is Foodie that disgusting? Is he that afraid that she's going to spill something or drop something and ruin the car? And then if they're leasing it, they have to pay for it? Maybe, maybe. If you own a car, though, I mean, that belongs to you, you don't have to worry about reporting to anybody. So it's kind of pointing in the direction that that car is leased and they have to keep it clean. Okay, now this is a gem from Hidden Truths. This is the vlog that I was talking about, where she's wearing the floral abaya, and she confessed in this vlog that eating the diet food, which you're going to see in one of the videos, that caused her to have a bee moment. She went completely overboard because it wasn't satisfying her. Like she was eating that food, but still wanting the junk food. So eating the diet food would actually causing her to eat more food. You know, she'd eat 2 or 3 times just to get that satiation. But Hidden Truth says, Foodie Beauty, keep in mind that she made a vlog saying she was going to do a 40-day water fast. That failed. Now she's going to diet again. Same excuse as last time will be this time part 2. So let's watch a little bit of this clip.
And I'm not going to be drinking that. I'm going to be drinking natural spring water, which already has natural electrolytes and minerals in it. The fasting and the healthy eating for like a year. I can go and buy like a whole new wardrobe. I can fit into clothes. You know,
You know what, Foodie? Water is really good for you. Water is fantastic. But here's the problem. That bee monster in your head. Does that bee monster want water? Nope. That bee monster, the one that likes carbs and sugar, is going to want juice. It's going to want soda. You're going to get those sweet cravings. It's not going to be happy with water. Even though water is healthy, the bee monster has other thoughts. And by the way, you're focusing on the wrong things here. Absolutely the wrong things. You're talking about the benefits of taking care of your health. You can get nicer clothes, a nicer wardrobe. Girl, at this point, don't worry about the clothes. The clothes are nothing. Worry about getting your health together if you care. That should be your number one priority. That you get your health together. That you go to the doctor. Get some doctor visits in. Find out what's going on underneath the hood. You understand me? You need to know what's going on inside of you because I don't think you have any idea. If you want to get healthy, truly a doctor visit should be first. Full checkup, inside and out. See what the condition of your organs look like. Like how unhealthy are you? So you know what activities are safe to do and what it's unsafe. Like how much can you do? Do you need to get out and walk? Do you need to exercise? Yes, but you don't know what's safe and unsafe to do. You don't know your heart, your liver, your lungs. You don't know what's going on with them. You have no idea. And you need to start dropping the weight because that is a problem. It's a big problem. But you're not thinking about your health. You're thinking about clothes and how I look. Don't worry about that right now, stupid.
normal size clothes. I won't have to worry about going to special abaya shops or getting custom made abayas, which was at the point I'm at right now. So
You know, the problem with Foodie is that she talks one thing and she does another. She's sitting here doing all this lip service about if I get healthy, I can do this. At the same time, she gets on YouTube and does these doggone mukbangs that she really shouldn't be doing because A, it's against terms of service. B, she's catering to those people in her audience that have the food fetish and they really shouldn't be catered to here on YouTube. They need to go and wander on over to say only hands and get their fetish fulfilled. They don't need to be here. So you want to get healthy, you talk about being healthy, but then you do these mukbang videos and you put tags on those videos attracting those food fetish people. So you got to stop swerving all over the road. You got to pick a lane. Do you want to get healthy or don't you? You can't straddle a fence on this.
I want, that's one of the major things I keep in the back of my mind. I want to buy normal size clothes. Like I really, really want to. I want to like just wear normal clothes. Like I want to be able to wear, pants and a shirt. Like I don't have to wear a bias, but I do.
You know what? If you want to wear normal size clothes, then you got to make a decision and you got to commit to it. You want to wear normal size clothes? Then eat normal portions of food. Stop loading up on those calories. At your current size and weight right now, if you just cut your calorie intake down by half, you would drop weight like crazy. And I don't have any sympathy for what you're going through right now, foodie. You want to know why? Because you being on YouTube, you being a YouTuber, you make better than average money. The kind of money that you could do whatever you want. Where there's a will, there's a way. You've making enough money that if you wanted to have good meals made for you, you want to have a chef come in and prepare some meals and put them in the freezer, you could do that. You could afford that. You can afford to go to a gym. You can afford those doctor visits. You can afford those therapists. It's just a matter of applying your money in the right way versus the wrong way. There are lots of people across the world that have issues, that have problems, that have challenges, and they don't make the money you do, and they find a way to get things done. So if they can do it, why can't you? You've been given a cup of blessing with the money you make on YouTube, but you've taken that blessing and you turn it into something negative. So you can't sit there and say, I don't have a choice. I don't know what to do. There are resources, there are people. You're just not reaching out to them. So as long as you continue to make bad choices, actively, eagerly, knowingly, no sympathy, none.
Because of my weight. I have to cover my body, and the bias is the biggest thing. So,
Yeah, and even those aren't fitting anymore.
so that was very when I think back to yesterday, like what was I thinking? I really don't know. What was I thinking to just like go on and announce that I'm going to do a 40-day fast?
That was you wanting to elicit sympathy from the audience. The same thing you've been doing recently. That's why you did that. You sometimes when you want sympathy or to make your audience feel like you care, you'll do these little confessional lives or videos and you'll put on the softer voice and you'll talk all like sympathetic and keep your eyes downcast. Oh, you're an actress, ma'am. Actress. Not Oscar worthy, but still an actress. You don't feel emotion, but you'll put on an emotion if it means you could take that emotion and make money with it. That's what you were thinking. You weren't coming on camera and having a, forgive the term, come to Jesus moment. I don't mean to sound religious, but you weren't having an aha, wake up, epiphany moment where there was some self realization and self awareness. It was just manipulating your audience to feel sorry for you. Well, I don't, because you're a 39-year-old woman, you're making good money, and you keep making bad choices, even though the whole world is telling you you're screwing up, foodie. You're screwing up. You don't want to listen to nobody because you know best, right? Well, if you know best, why are you over 500 pounds and you're at a place where you can barely walk and barely breathe? Just walking across the room to the kitchen wears you out. Not the sign of somebody who's making the best choices.
really, really, really just have the weirdest ideas.
Now you were
I believe
you were manipulating people.
in the power of fasting, and I saw someone my size do a 21-day fast, and so
I've never done the fasting, but I would imagine for those that do the fasting that it's something that you ease into gradually. Like some people fast for health benefits, but I would imagine it's something that you ease into gradually, like you train yourself to go longer and longer without food for whatever health benefits. She can't go without food for more than 2 hours. She freaks out, absolutely freaks out. So, how do you go from being someone that you think you need food every 2 hours to fasting for 40 days? Nah, not working.
then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this. But I think the most realistic way for me to lose any weight, which is also going to be good for my health, um, is to do what I've been doing, just counting calories for now. Um, Incorporating one of these diet meals. I'm actually working on a vlog, so I'm gonna put out this.
Well, obviously you don't know how to do that because this was a while ago. This video clip was a while ago. Where are we now? Foodie, you've gotten so big that that purple flannel looking shirt that you were wearing, you can't even wear it anymore. Recently you were wearing it open. You were wearing it as kind of like a sweater because you can't fasten the buttons anymore.
Bong, and then I'm gonna have a vlog also for like accountability, um, to show you guys what I ate today. Cause like just
So you're doing the vlogs for accountability, but you're also going to your audience and saying, hold me accountable. Although it's not their job and it's not their responsibility, it's yours. It's you that needs to hold yourself accountable because at the end of the day, you're the one that matters, right? In the past, you've asked your audience many times to hold you accountable, to keep you honest. And then when they try, you yell at them, you get mad at them, you block them, you ban them. You ask people to do something, and then when they do it, if it goes against what you want, you get mad at them and you take it out on them.
just sitting here and telling you what I eat. Who's gonna believe me, right?
Nope, I won't. I won't. I won't believe that you're keeping yourself honest. You eat what you eat on camera, but I know there's much more eating going on off camera. So whatever you eat as far as a diet meal, you mean to tell me, foodie, that you're not getting up at 3 a.m. or wait until Salah goes to bed to do that sneak eating? We both know what's up. I know. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, you're probably up and you are going through that pantry, you're going through that freezer, you're going through everything looking for any kind of snacks or sweets or anything stuff in your mouth. Sneak eating, it's a thing. I'm sure you do it a lot.
So I told the doctor about my problem. My blood pressure is also high. So before I go on any medication,
Newsflash, it's still high. I peeked out the 4-course keto video, it's still high. Her blood sugar is still high.
I just want to give it an honest try for now with diet and exercise.
Ah, shut up. You're not going to try. There's no, using the word try is on the same level as saying, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it someday. Maybe. Trying implies that you're not really fully committed to something. You're sticking your toes in the water, you're thinking about going in, but you're not exactly sure. So you're not really committed to your health, foodie. You're not committed at all. You're already anticipating failure. And you've already built a back door behind you that you can scoot out of if you do fail, which probably won't take long. So let's go on to here. Another one from Hidden Truths. Hidden Truth says, Foodie Beauty, if the pool is used by both men and women, then you can use the pool. The fact that you use this time to create an excuse not to exercise is just that, an excuse. She has no desire for change. She's going through the motions for views. That's her own mistake. So what they're talking about is, okay, here's this person, chef, says, why don't you make use of the pool in your building? It is the best no impact exercise. Just walk in the pool. That's what I do. Yeah, for someone foodie size, the pool would be ideal because it helps to balance out your weight. It doesn't stress out your joints as much. And there is a pool in the building where she's living. Same thing, there's a gym, there's an indoor gym, so she doesn't have to be outdoors. And here's the excuse that Foodie gave. Oh, what happened? What happened? It jumped ahead of me. Hold on. Wait a minute. We're going to get back to it. Sorry about that. It just jumped away from me. Sorry about that. Okay. Foodie says in reply, it's a mixed pool, men and women. That means both can go. Foodie's excuse for not using the pool before was that she said she thought the pool was gross because there might be hair in it, which I thought was odd because when she was at the villa, we saw the state of her bedroom. There was mummified food that she bragged about. There was garbage all over the floor, fruit flies. She vomited and pooed in her own bed. That was perfectly fine, but a little hair in the pool water and she can't deal with it. I think the real reason why she won't go down to the pool is because she's afraid of people seeing her. She doesn't want anybody seeing her at her current size. There's a little bit of embarrassment or awkwardness with that. So she's going to use the fact that, oh, the pool water is dirty. I can't go down there. She's going to do whatever she can to avoid that, although a pool would be great exercise for her. Perfectly Imperfect says, did you see that wince when she first started chewing those peanuts? I predict a major dental infection arc coming soon. Yikes. This is also courtesy of Mr. Michael B. Petty. But let's watch the clip.
Never gonna get to eat.
Ow! Ooh, there it was. There it was. Ow. Ooh. Listen, cavities, infections, having an abscess in your mouth, that's nothing to play around with. And anything dental is not going to be cheap. And she's not even in Canada where she could take advantage of any kind of health care. Foodie's life, everything going on with her, it's all balanced on one tiny little point. There's so many awful, negative things going on at one time. Everything is balanced on one little point. I don't know what that point is, but all it would take is for one thing to go wrong to make the whole thing come crashing down around her. Like she is playing a dangerous game with her health. Dangerous. So she's got all kinds of health problems on the inside, and now her teeth are giving up the ghost. Like she's trying to chew on food and her teeth are giving her issues. And she's over there with no health care that she could use. When she goes to a dentist or she goes to a hospital, it's going to be mad expensive. And can she afford it? Probably not. But yeah, she's really having problems with those doggone teeth. All right, this is courtesy of Queen of WTF. This was Foodie. The picture on the left is her before she went to Kuwait. This was during the Halloween thing. I guess she was trying to dress up as Freddy Krueger. This is how she looked. Hold on. This was Foodie then. Why does it do that? Doggone it. Oh, I'm so irritated. Not at y'all. My computer's acting all the way the fool this morning. And this is Foodie. This is Foodie now. Still not wanting to do it. But y'all can see the difference right there. Look at that. That's not somebody who's 362 pounds. If Foodie truly was 362 pounds, that means she would be at a lower weight that she was at when she was with BB, and that was years ago. Her weight then was 377. Foodie is claiming to be 362. There is no way. The difference between those two pictures is at least 50 to 75 pounds or more. Nobody can tell me different. Sal Powell says, does anyone remember when Pete's weighed himself on live and he was 70 to 100 pounds lighter than what he should be? I remember. Yep, I remember too. He proved it that the scale there was messed up. This is courtesy of Shenanigans and Florida Salt and Sass. And you were on point with this comment, Florida Salt and Sass. Florida Salt and Sass says diabetes is going to be her life consequences hitting her. She can't cry her way out of it. She can't rage her way out of it. She can't buy her way out of it. And she can't run away to another country and leave it behind. She either complies or she's screwed. Love that comment. Fantastic. Well said. Okay, this is courtesy of Miss Anthropope. Yeah, those filters, Foodie. Look at her face shape just keeps changing. Stop messing with those doggone filters. All right, Miss Anthropope again. Okay, this was Foodie back at the villa, allegedly 365. I don't believe that. And this is her now. We're supposed to believe that she's only gained 5 pounds. Nope, nope, nope. My lie detector says you lie. Another one from Miss Anthropope. Okay. So anybody on Chantal's side, do you think the reaction channels were all full of it? That we're just hating on Chantal, that we're not speaking any truth over here? Look, pictures don't lie. Look at the pictures. The picture on the left, I forget when exactly, what was that at the villa? I think it was at the villa. And this is her now. Does this look like pictures of a person they've only gained a few pounds? No. Pictures tell the whole truth, unbiased. Okay, that's it for everything on Twitter. Okay, so where are we going first? Well, let's keep everything in order. Let me just, I'm getting past the part like all the stuff in the beginning. All right, out of a 11-minute video, the first minute and 16 seconds were just filler garbage, her showing Julia. Not that there's anything wrong with Julia, but still, just not even 10 minutes worth of walking. You know, she put in so much filler footage. Just trying to make it to where you can monetize it. But let's start there first, just to keep things in order. All right, are we there? Okay, there's Julia. All right, let's cover this really briefly.
So I take my readings in the morning and night, and this is my nighttime reading.
So that's her reading at night. 239. That's so high. Yikes! Yeah, it's scary.
Nighttime in Kuwait. Going for a late night walk. It's winter here.
Yeah, so this would be the perfect time for Foodie to get out and do things. She doesn't like the heat. So it's winter, which means the weather is cooler. This would be a good time for her to go out and be outside the apartment and walk around because she loves cold temperatures. She can't use the excuse of it's too hot. Oh God. The filler footage has started. We're going to see more street footage, y'all. Lazy YouTuber. You know, Foodie, you really overdo it with this filler footage. Next. Are we done? I'm going to get past all this filler footage. Do y'all mind? I don't think you mind. It's useless anyway. Nothing to react to.
So peaceful out here.
Oh, yeah? Then why don't you go to the beach more often? That's my question. You guys made a big deal about moving so close to the beach. The beach was right across the street from your house. You're like, oh, we got the beachside view. Then why don't you go all the time? Why don't you go there more often? I'd be there every day.
19 degrees Celsius. Beautiful palm trees. Waves crashing on the beach. Let's go for a walk.
You know what? The beach would be a really good place for her to get some exercise. The sand is soft. There's no one. I mean, if you want to walk around and be left alone, the beach at night, why not? But notice she's not walking on the sand. She's just looking at it. Hence the reason why she's 500 pounds. She just looks at the sand. She doesn't walk the sand. Why are we looking at the palm trees? This video is titled Walking Exercise. So the content should be you walking and getting some exercise. You made a big freaking deal about I've got diabetes. I got to take care of my health. So this video should be all about you taking care of your health. We don't care about the palm trees. We don't care about the streets. We don't care about the filler footage. Give the people what you promised.
We're here at the beach together, getting ready for a walk. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go
Stop talking about it and be about it.
as far as I can. Just, nothing too strenuous at first. Just getting in some fresh air, getting the blood going. So, yalla. All right. Very windy. Apologize about that. It's empty. So winter season in Kuwait is very rainy. Goes down below 20 at night. But
we've heard all this before.
I love it. Perfect for me.
Yeah, but the problem is Kuwait does not stay that temperature all year round. Canada is much cooler in climate. Kuwait, during the winter, it gets a little bit cooler, but then in the summer, 120, 134 degrees outside, and you can't even deal, foodie. You can't deal with heat very well.
So far, so good. I'm not too out of breath yet.
Well, that's because you've been walking for less than a minute and a half. Okay, it's not like you've been walking for 30 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour. You shouldn't be winded yet.
More than usual. I like that these parks and beaches have bathroom public washrooms.
What does that matter? You're not going to be there for that long. Why are you so concerned about needing a bathroom? Look, I don't know if this is the beach across from their house or something further away, but why focus on the bathrooms? You just came outside for a walk. You should have done your business at home before you got started so you could stay out longer and walk longer.
Public washrooms here.
Foodie just has this weird fascination for outhouses and bathrooms. I just can't figure it out. Like, why is she so fascinated with bathrooms?
I can hear the waves.
Yeah, it's too bad you're not out there in the water actually having a swim. That would be good for you for a lot of reasons.
I can hear the waves. Here.
Look at her. Look. Like, not even 2 minutes into the walking. Where is she going? Where's she going, y'all? She's done already. She's not walking in a straight line. She's going for that wall. She wants to sit down. Look at her. Like, she's finding a reason to just stop. Finding a reason to stop what she's doing.
I'm going to do some deep breathing here.
Why do you need the deep breathing? You haven't done anything. You just walked 2 minutes and you got to do some deep breathing? Why? She's stalling. She does not want to walk, y'all. She's stalling for time. She's just dragging it out.
I love it.
She's not walking. So she didn't even walk for the full 10 minutes. She walked for 3 and then she stopped, stalling for time for at least a few more minutes.
Hi. Oh, it's a kitten.
Leave the cat alone.
Aw.
See, Foodie, this walk was all about getting your health together. What are you doing? Your attention is going everywhere else except for your walk. Oh, look, there's a cat. Let me just go over and pet it. Let me go over there and bother it. The cat's fine. You're not. You should be on your walk to fix your health. You're not doing that.
Hi. Hi. Oh.
Look at her trying to act like such a caring pet person. You didn't care for your former pets. You're not even caring for the pets you have at home. And you want to walk up to another cat and pet it like, oh, I care so much. No, you don't.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yep. That cat knows what's up. It's like, nope, I smell bad vibes on you. You got them negative barracuda ricotta vibes. I don't like it. Animals can pick up bad people. Y'all remember Chantal's mom has a dog named Buster? Buster never liked Chantal. He hated her. He would growl at her. He knew what was going on. And here's this street cat that don't know nothing about foodieverse, but he can pick up those bad vibes and he's like, go away, lady. Just go away. She's so proud. She's so proud of herself. Look at me. I could walk up a set of steps by myself. Look at me. I can walk down the steps by myself. Hey, guess what, Foodie? I can do the same thing. If you're having trouble with steps, again, that should be a wake up call because that's something that never happened before. Remember back when your channel first started? You were giving us all kinds of content where you were showing yourself walking long distances in parks, in a field, no problem, no heavy breathing. My how things have changed.
Wow. The waves.
There's so much focus on everything but her. Like this video could have been so much different. She could have just been straight up walking. Salah's talking to her, keeping her motivated. They could be keeping track of what she's doing, but oh, let's look at the water. Let's look at the scenery, blah, blah, blah. We've seen that scenery before. We don't need to see it again. Leave the cat alone. Leave it alone. Kitty, don't go to her for food. She's not going to give you any. Foodie is not about that life of sharing food.
What? I don't have any food.
Of course you don't. Selfish. Of course you don't. You've been in Kuwait for how long? And you know that there are cats at the beach? You couldn't bring a little food if you actually cared? No, you're going to go to the beach knowing the cats are going to be there and they might come up to you for food and you're not going to have anything. Leave the kitty alone.
Next time we'll come, we'll bring some kibble.
There's not going to be a next time. Promise you there won't be a next time. This is not going to be like regular content from Foodie. She's not going to do regular walks. Her next walk might be in another 3 weeks? It's not going to be an everyday thing.
Hi. Oh.
Leave the kitty alone.
Hi.
Don't touch him.
Hi. Look at the waves.
All right, filler footage. We're getting past it. Don't care.
All right, let's keep walking.
And now that you sat down for like 4 or 5 minutes. I'm getting past all this crap.
Slow. Taking my time.
Yeah, we see that.
That will not leave us alone.
He's hungry. Again, this vlog could have been so much more. She could have been walking and talking to the camera and talking to her viewers and talking about things and made it much more interesting. She didn't. She just filler footage, overlay music, all of that.
Do you guys go for walks after dinner? You're around your block. How long do you go for? Where did you start at? All right, I'm gonna walk on this little walkway of.
Oh, stop being such a baby. She's being so dramatic. I'm going to walk on these stones. And walk on them. Don't make a big deal. Just do it.
Looks like railroad track, but pretty cool.
Okay, this is boring. Next. Are we almost done? I'm sorry. I'm so impatient to get this boredom over with. This is boring. I love
So I
y'all,
did a
but
tour.
this is boring. Filler footage.
Hi. Hi.
Oh my God. That cat looks like Booger. Look at that cat. Does not look like Booger. Don't touch that Booger look-alike. Leave that kitty alone.
I love all the cats here.
That looks like Booger.
This looks like a tomcat. Are you a tomcat?
Booger Mini-Me, stay away from her. She's evil.
Eee. Looks healthy. You're so cute.
Don't fall for it, kitty. She's evil. She'll take you home and she won't brush you and she'll neglect you. Stay away from her. She's a bad person.
Yeah. Is he under my abaya? What are you doing here? Where is he? He's under my abaya. Hi. Come. Aww. I'm going to end the video here, guys. And we're going to take you on different walks. I'm going to try like different markets.
You know, a lot of people are saying that this footage is actually old. This was older footage that they did. This isn't something recent. I would tend to agree. This feels like a visit they did before, and this footage came from like the cutting room floor, and this is not something that she did specifically recently for her channel. We know how foodie is. Like, she will hold on to footage, and at the appropriate moment she'll let go of it. So I don't know. I tend to agree that this might be older footage that she just simply recycled back around for the sake of conversation and monetization. So enough with that. Now we've seen her disastrous walk. So let's go on to the other video where she's eating the keto. Let's just include that in here and just put the two together. Why not? Hold up. I got to make sure that I am where I need to be. Okay, good. We're there. All right, so let's get to, shall we?
Food from a diet center. This is low carb from their low carb keto menu. I'm going to explain everything that I got. There's a lot of diet centers in Kuwait. Kuwait has an obesity.
Hold on a second. Is that the same food from the same diet meal plan thing she was doing before? It looks the same. Same food from the same place.
Obesity issue, if you look it up. So makes sense. They have a lot of diet centers. So, all right. So I have some waters to drink. Very uninteresting.
Okay, shut up for a second, foodie. All right, I missed this part, but we are including it. There's her reading for this video. 293. Now, as I understand it, when you get in the 300, 400 range, it's time to go to the hospital. She's almost at 300 now. That's not good.
But refreshing. So I have a salad, fattoush with soybeans and feta.
That looks like several meals all at once. I'm pretty sure that just one of those containers should be one meal, but she's got 4 containers in front of her.
Okay. And this is the dressing. This is their low carb section. So this has soybeans. The traffic is loud, I'm sorry. So this has soybeans, feta, radish.
I'm just going to state this one more time. When you have an issue with food, what you eat and what you crave to eat are 2 different things. She's eating this for the camera, but that bee monster in her head is not going to be happy with any of this because she's been eating extreme for so long. Huge volume amounts, big bulk amounts, all of it fast food, carbs, sugar. The bee monster loves all of that, is used to all of that, and this is not going to make it happy. And she's going to have severe cravings. Her own mind is going to fight her, and she's going to lose.
Whoa, BB Gal. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no.
Again, Foodie, if you want her to leave your food alone, feed her before you start your videos. Idiot.
BB Gal. No, no, no. No, 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 no. It smells like a mustard, like a balsamic dressing, kind of. I like that they give you enough dressing. So soybeans, feta cheese, salad stuff. And now I have a cream of chicken soup. This is the place I love their pumpkin parmesan soup, but I decided to try the cream of chicken. I'm not sure if pumpkin, I think pumpkin it's Swedish, but it's like not.
That looks like a double portion of soup. That doesn't look like an individual serving to me.
Swedish, but it's sweet-ish. But I think it's on.
I mean, I'm just looking at the portion sizes, y'all. Like, that salad is good for her, but that doesn't look like the portion for one person. Same thing with the soup. This looks like a double portion.
The lower glycemic index, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, I know people are going to argue with me and saying, hey, even if it is a double portion, this stuff is better than what she usually eats. That's true. But still, it points in the direction of she doesn't want to scale back her portion sizes. Even with healthy food, it's all about the bulk and the volume. She's not trying to change her thinking as far as how she consumes food and how much. That's why it matters.
I have to look that up for sure. Okay. And then we have the main course, but I'm going to eat this first. Actually, I'll eat them all at once, whatever. This is low carb kushari mix with butter chicken, cauliflower rice with fried onion. Okay. And then for dessert.
You don't need that doggone dessert. Take that dessert and put it in the trash, or give it to Salah, or give it to somebody. You don't need dessert. You don't need anything sweet, period.
Keto velvet cheesecake.
Oh, Lord. Really? Really? We're going to do cheesecake? 2 days ago, you had 3 juice boxes and an entire pan of, what was it, cobbler or pie or something? You're good to go on sugar for the rest of the week, Foodie. You don't need that freaking cheesecake. No, you don't.
So it uses sweeteners. Artificial.
Still, though. Still. Let me tell you why that's a bad idea. Because even if you're eating something healthy, if it's a little bit sweet, that bee monster in your head, it's going to want more. It's going to say, well, that was okay, but we can do better. Those sugar cravings are not going to go away. It's going to say, hey, you were good. You ate a meal. You ate a healthy meal. So reward yourself. Go ahead, reward yourself. Reward yourself with food. Have some real cheesecake. You deserve it. You were a good girl. You ate the keto food. Now, give me my fast food. That's the dialogue that's been going on in her head.
artificial sweetener, very small portion. I'm like, I'm gonna see how this affects my blood sugar. If it raises it too much, well then I know. Okay. Yum. Butter chicken, cauliflower rice, and fried onion. All right. All right, right. Now I don't really eat out as much as I used to. Like this is a
You know,
long
I'm
time
not, again, I'm
ordering.
not,
I haven't ordered in
shut
a
up,
while.
foodie. I'm talking. That soup and that salad, that should be good enough by itself. You don't need another meal on top of that. And you certainly don't need dessert.
But this meal is pretty much free because we have a lot of points. So okay, let's try.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Foodie, why are you lying? I don't believe they gave you an entire meal because you've got points. I don't believe that. I believe you had to pay for it.
This bismillah. I can taste some lemon, chicken bits, herbs.
I am noticing something, foodie, that pretty much everything in front of you is kind of on the soft side. Could it be because you're having their tooth problems? So you don't want anything that will require you to chew?
Let's mix this around and try the salad.
It's a salad.
With the feta. Beauty bite.
That's not a beauty bite.
I love that dressing. I need to get some balsamic. Um, let's try this. Cauliflower rice. How do they get it so dry? Oh, that's nice. I need to make something like that. They give you so much soup.
Oh, jeez. Toddler.
It's gonna be less messy to just drink it.
It would be less mess. Listen, it would be less messy if you took smaller bites and you took your time eating and you learned to eat like an adult versus a 3-year-old. That's how you don't make a mess. You are mindful of your food. You take your time taking it and putting it, the spoon in the soup, and then bringing it to your mouth. You're not sitting there staring at a camera when you do it.
So, you saw my blood sugar reading. I don't know why it's so high.
I can guess. I'm not a doctor, but I've been reading up on Twitter, and a lot of people have been saying the same things, that maybe what's going on with you is so severe that you, at this point, need insulin and you need medication. If you're not getting either one, it's going to be hard for you to maintain your blood sugar. So either that, and or you're doing something off camera, foodie. You're drinking something, you're eating something you're not supposed to.
Maybe stress. I don't know. It does take time for it to go down. I know.
Yeah, and that's what she wants. She wants a quick fix. It's taken her years to get herself to the point where she's at. But she's always looking for a shortcut. She's always looking for a quick fix to her problems. Newsflash, Chantal, there is no quick fix to what's going on. If you did so much damage to your body that you've gotten yourself to this point, it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort, if you care, to fix the damage as much as you can. But you got to be committed to fixing it. You just can't, be a flip-flopper. You can't flip-flop on this. And if you're wanting to fix everything, how about we start with the way you eat? Can we start there? How about not stuffing your face full of food, stuffing your mouth so full that you can barely close your lips? Learn to eat slower. Learn to take smaller bites. If you're serious about fixing your health, start by being mindful with how you eat, because that matters. It's been proven if you take smaller bites and if you eat slower, you will consume less. But the way you behave, it's almost like you're in a race to get as much down as you can down your throat before your body sends you the signal that you're full. You're defiant to your own body. You don't even want your own body telling you, no, you can't have any more food.
Now, that meal last night that I did my mukbang. I'm pretty sure it raised my blood pressure because...
You think? Do you think so? I mean, 3 juice boxes, 3, not 1, 3, had to have 3, and cobbler. I mean, for real. Yeah, I'm sure it did raise your blood pressure. Idiot.
After it started, I started digesting the food. Hi, there's nothing here for you. I felt like my heart beating. I was extremely thirsty.
Something that I found out from a friend, if you're someone and you have diabetes, if your blood sugar gets too high, you will get tremendously thirsty. That's a sign that your blood sugar is way, way too high, Chantal. Way too high. You sat there, you had 3 juice boxes and an enormous cobbler that I'm sure that you pretty much finished off that night. So is it any wonder that your blood sugar was so high that you were thirsty?
I had a headache.
Mm-hmm. High blood sugar.
Flushed. So my issue is also not only blood sugar, but also high blood pressure. So my meal had a lot of sodium. Despite, halloumi is very salty. Olives are salty.
You won't talk about the elephant in the room, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. You got an issue with food. It's out of control. It's really bad. You need to put some kind of leash on that monster. You need to find a way. Because if you don't, you're just going to be going round and round in circles with yourself. The weight, that's a problem. The health problems and the weight, also a problem. But your obsession with food is what's fueling a lot of those problems. And yet you won't address it. And yet you won't treat it. And you know that you need help. You won't go to outpatient. You won't go to inpatient. You won't talk to anybody. You just won't. So you're addressing the physical, but not the emotional or the mental. You're not getting to the heart of the matter. You're not pulling the problem out by the root because you're scared. You don't want to let go of your obsession with food, because if the obsession wasn't there, what else would you have? Food is all you have. It's the only thing that makes you happy. So you get rid of that happiness. What have you got left?
The chicken breast is frozen, so maybe it's like pre-seasoned. I don't know. It's plain, but baby girl.
I can already tell she doesn't like this food. Because since when does Chantal attack a salad? She's got a main course in front of her. She ain't touching it. The only time she doesn't eat food is when she doesn't like the taste. And there's nothing wrong with cauliflower rice. Cauliflower. Why did I say it like that? Cauliflower rice is awesome. By the way, you can also make a cauliflower mash. I've had that before, and it tastes pretty good. For those people that you don't want to do mashed potatoes, you kind of want a great substitute. Cauliflower rice or mash is awesome, and it's healthy for you. It tastes pretty good.
I don't know what it is, but I have to limit the cheese and olives because cheese is very, and not just that, I
Cheese is fat. You don't need fat.
don't have a gallbladder. I don't digest things that are high in fat well.
So your gallbladder was removed ages ago. Ages ago. This is not a recent thing. And you've been eating fast food all this time and making your body completely uncomfortable for no reason.
Healthy fats, yeah. Like avocado doesn't seem to really bother me. But things like cheese, high fat dairy, stuff like that, don't agree with my stomach. As you all know, my cheese emergency.
Yeah, for those who are not familiar with what happened before, because there's a lot to take in when it comes to Chantal and her history. For those who weren't around at that time, when Foodie was with BB, she ate so much cheese, she actually had to go to the emergency room. Can you imagine that? Eating so much of one item, you have to go to the ER. And you would think someone who's gone to the ER for eating too much cheese, after that they would scale back the cheese or just not eat it altogether, but yet she continues to eat it. She doesn't care if it makes her body uncomfortable. She doesn't care if she's running to the bathroom 10 times a day. She wants what she wants, even if it puts her in pain.
My cheese emergency was I had to go to the ER because I had a gastric crisis due to eating too much cheese. Not my proudest moment.
Yeah, can you imagine going to the ER for that? Like, how do you explain that to the doctor? Doctor, I'm here because I'm an idiot and I ate too much cheese. And you know, the doctors are looking at her like, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do this to yourself? Why are you here? Like, you couldn't scale back the cheese a little? You actually ate so much cheese that you're here in the emergency room? Your emergency was something that could have been easily prevented by you just not eating as much cheese, and you chose to eat yourself into the ER? You're a moron.
The doctor was like, you really need to eat healthier.
You think? Of course he's going to say that to you.
That was one of the times, like, I went to the ER, explained my binge eating disorder that I suspected I had because it wasn't diagnosed at the time.
Listen, she's known for years, even before YouTube, about her problem with food. Years. Her family tried to help her. They sent her places. It did not help. So her BED is not something that just snuck up on her when she got on YouTube. This is something that's been ongoing since her teens. And she's been in different places and nothing has worked. She just wants to continue doing what she's doing because she's an idiot. And she thinks my body can handle anything, and it will handle anything. I can beat up on it with food and it'll take the hurt and just keep on trucking. The body is an amazing machine, is it not? The human body is amazing. It can withstand a lot, but everybody's tolerance and endurance is different. And when you've got a lot of health problems all together going at the same time, all it takes is one thing to go wrong to set off everything else that's wrong. And if it's a situation where you're having a medical emergency and they're rushing you to the hospital trying to save your life, all those months of beating up on your body with food, letting things go unchecked, not caring for your health, that's going to come back and haunt you. Because doctors are not miracle workers. They need something to work with. And if your body's in bad shape, what can they do? If every single one of your organs are screwed, what can they do, foodie? You're over there in Kuwait. You have no free health care. You've got limited funds. You're in really bad shape. What are you going to do if you have a real medical emergency? Do you think Salah's going to stick around for long? Do you think he's going to be in the hospital with you, holding your hand day after day? And how much comfort are those beaters going to be able to give you if you're in the hospital? They're not going to be able to talk to you. All it would take to make your world tumble down around you is one medical emergency that puts you in the hospital for a few weeks and you can't work. Then everything you got going on was going to come crashing down around you. And this is not me wishing anything upon you, but the possibility of you having a stroke or a heart attack is very, very high. And even if you have a stroke, even if it's a partial stroke, that can lead to paralysis of the body, like one side of your body. And if that happens, you're going to need therapy. Sometimes a stroke will mess up your brain. Is the fast food going to give you any comfort then? No. No, it ain't. Just stuff to think about, foodie. Something to think about. Their body's putting up with a lot of abuse. A lot. But it can only take so much. And if you keep pushing, eventually something's got to give.
And they referred me to their outpatient program there. Because like typically their program, like they have 8 beds or something like that, 6 beds or something, and they're inpatient, and it's reserved for people who have low potassium, stuff like who are.
One thing could be surmised out of all the videos that Foodie's done talking about her BED, talking about her problem with food since her being a teen. Here's the summary. for those who are not aware or want to know. The summary is I'm someone, I have a problem with food, and I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap enough to change. I don't give enough of a crap to make changes in my life, to make things better, to make myself better. I just want to come online and talk about it and make money with it, but I don't want the problem to go away. I want to use what's wrong with me to make myself seem more human and more relatable. But I'm perfectly happy eating tons of food and getting paid for it. I think I'm extremely clever by coming online and eating and people pay to watch me. But I'm a real idiot because I'm abusing my body and hurting my body for no random reason and thinking my body is just going to put up with all of this pain forever. She's never going to change. She's never going to get better. She's not had any wake up moments. She's not self aware. She doesn't want to be. She just wants to do what she wants to do, regardless of the outcome.
Like medical risk, low weight. But people with high weight are also at medical risk. Maybe not as fast, but um. So that was just because I know people are like, you need to go inpatient, you need to go inpatient. In my town, what was covered by the government wasn't tailored to my kind of problem. So,
So essentially, she's blaming the system for, well, they don't have programs for my type of problem. I bet they do now. But even if they had 100, you're really not interested in getting better, are you? Now, I've looked into Kuwait. I don't think they have any BED treatment centers over there either. I don't think there's any inpatient outpatient stuff there. So if she wants proper care for her problems, she'd have to come home to the States, and she's just not going to do that. Again, this is just emphasizing that what's going on now, it's just going to keep going on. Hey, like she's not interested.
I'm saving the chunks of feta for last because there's so few in between.
Oh, shut up. We done here? Stop being messy.
Hi. Cauliflower is just as filling almost as rice. Healthier. I don't notice really.
So nutritional health benefits Chantal is out now. That's another part of her cycle. When she's trying to act like she's getting healthy, she'll tell us all these nutritional facts. Oh, this food is healthy and it's got these vitamins and minerals in it, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you know all this stuff. Do you, Dr. Armchair? But then why don't you stick with it? Why do you always go back to the fast food? If you know the healthy food is better for you, why do you always go back to the Wendy's and the McDonald's and Burger King? Make it make sense.
Yeah. I'm trying to avoid going on meds because
Why? If you're a diabetic and your blood sugar is as high as it is and you're having trouble bringing it back down, you need that medication. Wait, I might have answered my own question. Didn't I say earlier that since she has diabetes, there are medications for diabetics? To get those medications, I'm sure you have to go to a doctor. It's not stuff you can get over the counter. Maybe that's why she's not going to get those medications. She'd have to actually see a freaking doctor.
I was on metformin at one time.
That's the medication I was thinking of earlier. I don't get that though. If you are a diabetic and your blood sugar is dangerously high, Chantal, you'll put everything down your throat, every kind of food, but you won't take a few pills that will help you? I don't understand. You'll eat fast food all day long, but you won't take medication for what's wrong with you.
Because I had a hormonal imbalance. And I was overweight, so I thought I must be insulin resistant. And they put me on metformin, and I could not handle it.
Why? What happened?
It makes me so sick.
Okay, this is interesting because I remember back in the day when Chantal was with Natter and she was trying out, oh my God, what is that stuff? The shot. What is that thing? Oh, I can't remember. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Ozempic. Thank you. She was doing the Ozempic thing. And she did it because I believe it was her mother, Shmi, took the Ozempic and she lost weight. And Chantal wanted to lose weight. So she thought, if I take the Ozempic, that will help me drop some weight. Well, she started taking the Ozempic, and the Ozempic was making her feel nauseous. So she stopped taking it. Seems like this other medication kind of has the same effect. Could it be because you're trying to still overload your system with sugar? Is that why? Maybe the solution is correct your diet.
I'm just one of those, I can't tolerate it. So give it time. I was on it for a little while. Oh, just even the thought of taking the pills makes me ill.
Again, I truly wonder if she's telling the truth here. If the pills made her ill, or the fact that she's in Kuwait and to get the pills, she'd have to go to a doctor and get a prescription. There's no getting the pills any other way. Also, look, I don't know how Kuwait's system is, but I'm wondering if she went to the doctor, being that she's a diabetic. They're starting up new policies in Kuwait where any expats who might have diabetes, they got a problem with that. And she doesn't want anybody to know.
And I was watching a video by Dr. Berg, and he said that certain diabetic medications actually increase the risk of cardiovascular disease by it was 60%.
Chantal, you don't want to take the pills. So you were looking for anything, an article, a video, something to back up your feeling of not taking the pills. You were looking for a way out. So you found this video by somebody and he said something that fit your narrative, so you're going to go with that without really having a full physical, without getting checked out, without seeing a doctor. You're someone that you've got multiple issues going on. You are a diabetic. You've got all kinds of health issues. You've got a severe, extreme issue with food that you monetize on YouTube. It's like there's so many layers there, so many toxic, poisonous, negative layers to go through. But you always look for something to back up whatever narrative that you want to go with at the moment.
So you're treating one thing, but you're causing another problem.
Girl, at this point, I wouldn't even worry. Like, seriously, with all this stuff going on with you, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose except your life by not treating things? What do you have to lose? You got an enlarged heart. You've had blood clots in your lungs. You've got your kidneys are probably screwed. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Your liver is 3 to 4 times what it should be. High blood sugar, high blood pressure. What do you have to lose? You got multiple issues. If you cared about your life, you'll take the chance on whatever it is that can help you rather than just automatically cancel it out and go, nope, I'm not trying it because it makes me uncomfortable. Well, guess what? Change is always uncomfortable. But there's always the reward after the moment of being uncomfortable. The reward is you feel better. You can do more. You have more freedom. You have more mobility. You don't think about the reward. You think about being uncomfortable. There are many moments in life that are uncomfortable. But guess what? If you're an adult, you deal with it, you get over it, you move on to the next one.
I just realized something so sad.
What's that?
I'm one of those women I always talk about in my stories.
Yep,
The
you
office
sure are.
women. The women, when I worked in an office, who used to talk about their diabetes and share like diabetic recipes and
Yeah, but the difference is I'm sure those ladies cared about their diabetes. And that's why they were sharing recipes. They cared about their health. You don't. All you care about is exploiting your bad health for profit.
I'm one of them now.
Not
It's
really.
not so bad. No. It is bad. I finished my plate. I finished all my food, so now I get dessert.
You don't need it. You really don't need it. Mama, you're over there with your reading saying over 200. You don't need that doggone dessert. Throw it away. She doesn't like it. Okay, she took a bite of that cake. She didn't like it.
Mmm,
Nope.
that is good.
Nope, no, it's not. You lie. Lies, lies everywhere. If she loved it, listen, she would have been having a moment with herself. We saw her reaction when they were in Thailand and she went to go get poutine. That first bite, she was having a moment with herself. She was not even there. Mentally, she was checked out. Her little private party for one. She was gone for like 5 minutes. And she just took a bite of the cheesecake. No reaction. Because it's healthy. Plus, that sucker should have been gone like 3 seconds ago. It's still on her plate. If she loved it, it would have been gone by now. You're eating too
I'm trying to
slow.
slow down and savor it.
Oh, you liar. Liar, liar, torrid pants on fire. You are not trying to savor it. You are not. You've never savored anything in your life. You don't eat food and take a moment to let the taste just coat your tongue. To really taste the food, you're all about stick it in, swallow, stick it in, swallow, stick it in, swallow. There ain't no savoring with you. That would require you actually tasting the food. You don't savor, you swallow.
I literally devoured my food. I was hungry. When you're fasting for like 12, 14 hours.
Ma'am, sleeping for 12 to 14 hours is not true fasting. It's just you sleeping.
You're pretty hungry.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. The fact that she was able to go slow with this meal points in the direction that she had a meal before she came on camera. And I'll die on the hill with that. I've seen her when she's truly hungry and she's ravenous. And she doesn't slow down for anything. She's eating so fast that you could see sparks coming out of her fork and her spoon. But she was going slower. So you ate earlier today, didn't you, Chantal? You had to eat something. She has to eat something in order to go slow on camera. She can't come on here with an empty stomach. She'll lose control.
So let's see how this affects my blood sugar, my blood pressure. Now, I'm just really trying to avoid medication, but if I do need it.
You're trying to avoid medication because you don't want to see a doctor. Because you know what the doctor is going to tell you. The doctor's going to tell you if you want the medication, he's got to check you out. You're going to have all kinds of tests done. You don't want to go to a doctor because if you go to a doctor in Kuwait, guess who's going to have to take you? Guess who's going to have to be there? Guess who's going to talk to the doctor and he's going to find out exactly what's wrong with you and how bad it is. I bet Salah doesn't have any idea how severe your problems are because you've been lying. But if you go to a doctor with Salah, he's going to find out and you don't want him to know. You don't want him to know about all the many things that are wrong with you. You're scared to death of him finding out and leaving you. So you're avoiding the doctor like the plague. But that's the only way you're going to get that medication. I don't think Salah's sister-in-law can hand you over the medication without a prescription. So no free samples for you, Chantal. Those days are over. But it's something you need. You know, if Salah had any sense in his head, he would send you back to Canada, but before things really get real. Because it's about to happen. You keep going the way you're going, you don't have much longer for this world, Mama. And that's not me wishing that upon you. Don't get it twisted. It's you wishing that upon yourself. Every time you sit down and you do a mukbang, you are wishing that fate for yourself. Death is practically sitting over your shoulder, breathing in your ear. And that's on you. Do you want to live or do you not want to live? And if you live, do you want to be healthy? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to have energy or not? Every day that you wake up, you make choices about how happy or unhappy, how in pain or not pain you are. And so far, you've been making some really bad choices. Really bad. One more thing. And this has to do with BBJ. Interesting, isn't it? How when you had BBJ, the way you were talking about her, You were saying, she's old, she's sick, she's got all these problems. She should take a dirt nap. And here you are, Chantal. You're in Kuwait. You're a bit older. You got all kinds of health problems, don't you? So the way you looked at your pet, should society look at you that way? Should society give you any mercy? Give you any compassion? You want people to care about you, but you had a pet that was older, had health issues, and your point of view was, she's old, she's sick, give up on her. Well, you're old and you're sick. So how should the world look at you? How should the world treat you? Something to think about. So that's it for this react, y'all. She's only got a couple minutes left, and she's finished up her meal, so we'll just end it here. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a really great day. Bye now.